Yo, 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 guys. Welcome to the Freaks of Friendship podcast, a podcast where we talk about random shit with close friends and possibly give some non-controversial opinions, or maybe not. With me today, I have Cargo, Danny, Megan, Michael, and myself, Chung Sing. Welcome, guys. So today I would like to talk about. The first topic is, what was your dream job as a kid? What did you want to be or do? Like, do you guys remember? Was it stupid? Was it crazy? Is it something similar to what you're doing right now? Probably not.
Chang, let's talk about your dreams and how are you achieving them? Are you achieving them right now?
I mean, I would say I enjoy what I do right now, but it's definitely not what I was thinking I was gonna be when I was a kid. I was a very ambitious kid, I would say.
You didn't expect to be hosting a podcast with four friends?
I was definitely not expecting to host a podcast, although I actually really enjoy this. But like as a kid, yeah, I am with really good friends like you guys.
Oh, so true.
Flattered.
So when I was a kid, my mom has told me often since then, that I wanted to be the president of the United States or a doctor. And
pretty close. I think they require about the same amount of work, right?
I would actually agree. And they're pretty classically Asian fantasies for kids, right? To keep along the family.
You said it, not me.
We were all thinking it, so I was like, whatever.
Just a little yang gang in here.
I mean, if we're just talking about stereotypes, I feel like being president is not an Asian stereotype for a kid.
Well, being successful is a very stereotypical Asian thing.
Doctors usually successful in life.
Yep.
Sure.
True.
Make a lot of money. Not that we don't, but
so like already as a kid, you just wanted monetary success.
Hell yeah, brother.
I don't know. See, I was driven by other motivations as a kid, and I have since gone the other way.
Well,
like what? Please elaborate.
Oh, you want some specifics? You want me to out myself?
Sure.
I wanted someone else to embarrass themselves first before I did mine.
Well, you're the one talking about it, so
I'll embarrass myself. I gotta. Okay. Many of you guys might have seen artworks I have done while having to draw various things in school. They were not good, and they showed very little artistic potential, I would say. But yeah, I wanted to be an artist, and I even remember as a kid I wanted it, but like all my drawings were horrible, and I even knew that they were bad as a kid, so that's like I made no effort to improve or like actually achieve it.
For the record, I think your drawings are pretty good from what I've seen.
I like went back to it, and like it's still something I think is cool, and now I like try a little bit, but I don't know, they were really bad for a long time.
So why did you want to be an artist as a kid? Like, what was cool about it?
Because I think it's like, I mean, even at like, I think I've always appreciated like just like art stuff, like I don't know, cool drawings, like pictures and stuff. It's just like that seems like admirable to do, like, give people cool pictures and art,
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, I don't know. But now look at me. I am very unartistic.
So you're saying you didn't follow that passion to your current
at least I'm not making art for a living, but art's art's in the eye of the beholder, I think they say. So I've maybe art in CS, I write a little good line of code, and I think, darn, if someone looks at that, they'll be impressed with the beauty of that line of code.
I've been there.
To each
I don't really believe that.
So I do know someone in this chat or call who I've seen some pretty good art from. Megan, did you want to be an artist as a kid?
Wait, what? Are we not talking about me?
Just giving you.
As a kid, I think I wanted to be like a teacher. And I think I did want to be like a painter at some point, like 5th grade. That was some goals. And I actually went to school for art education. So I got a combination of both of that. But I'm not living the dream. And I think also mainly, though, when I thought of this question, I really wanted to be like in 3rd grade I wanted to be like a professional soccer player or in the Olympics, like those. And I kind of still hold on to that. Like I kind not let I'm going to be in the Olympics, but we don't know. Okay,
It's
like,
not too late, right? Like if you train really hard.
Yeah, no, I think I always just thought if like I could be something, I would want to go to the Olympics because I just thought that was so cool. But that was like an unrealistic dream of mine, I suppose.
The Olympics were a really big deal as your kid. Like you thought it was like the pinnacle of like everything, but then you kind of like I feel like you kind of like realized that it's like, oh, maybe the Olympics aren't
as great as they were. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, you see power walking and your viewpoint kind of changes.
Yeah, and you realize how impressive it is.
Yeah. I mean, let's be honest. It's still impressive, but like it doesn't look impressive.
So I never dreamed to go to the Olympics. I knew I was never making it there because I'm not a very athletic person. So
I mean, I played a lot of sports as a kid, but even I knew it's like there's no way I'm making it.
Cargo, you did like track and stuff in high school though. So
I did.
So you actually did stuff. I did nothing. So
I participated
more than what I ever did, and I still think you're more fit than me right now. So interesting. So you wanted to be a person who did sports.
I mean, I did also want to be in art, but I don't know. It's not as fun as like I pursued that.
It kind of sounds like you actually like followed through with like the childhood dreams and like kind of got there.
Yeah, I was art education, and then my senior year of college, I was like, nope, I'm gonna get my BFA in ceramics, and I did that, and now I'm a ceramicist, but not like it's not a job. It's just something I like.
But you said you're not living the dream. So are you like more disillusioned now?
Well, I mean, it's like everything's hard with COVID, but I feel like I still have dreams, I guess. So
you haven't totally given up?
Yeah, not fulfilled right now. That's all.
Interesting. But like, do you think like you still think that like this route, like you could find fulfillment? Like,
yeah, I think I would make like 3rd grade me very proud someday. I still like am holding on to that.
They'd be very disappointed.
No, not the Olympics, but yeah.
They might be disappointed in your lack of soccer in your life, you know.
Oh yeah. I quit soccer when I was like 13, so I really gave up on that dream.
Yeah. It's really funny, like, because like you definitely give up really easily on your dreams as a kid. It's just like, or you just want them and don't do anything to accomplish them.
Yeah, or people tell you like, oh, you should do like you're better fit for this, and then you're like, oh, okay, okay, and then you do what other people tell you. At least when you're young.
It's the man bringing us down.
I wanted to be a doctor. I did really well in school, and then I didn't become a doctor, so I think I did really well on that front. But I at least made the money that I wanted to make. So
find the new dream, one that fits you.
So serious question. Did you debate becoming a doctor when you were like thinking about what you wanted to go to college for?
Yeah, you could have done it, right?
I mean, I probably could have done it. However, I realized I didn't want to go to school for 8+ years, and that would have killed me, and I couldn't even afford that. And yeah, it was just like an easier path to go to computer science just because I liked computers enough. And at that point in high school, I had no dreams to become a doctor anymore. Like that was a very young thing that I liked to do or wanted to do, quote unquote. But yeah, otherwise, how about you, Danny? What did you want to be as a kid?
All right, so I kind of remember a bunch of these. So I remember when I was like, let's say kindergarten, I really thought firefighters were cool, you know, average kid stereotype. And I'm like, I want to be a firefighter. And then as I grew up, I realized like, you gotta be a paramedic if you're a firefighter. And it's like, I really don't like that kind of stuff. It's like gross to me. And
how long did you hospitals? How long did you have the firefighter dream? Like how long did it last for?
You know, let's say like 3rd grade, because then I remember in 4th grade we had to do like a little project for like, what did you want to be when you grew up? And you know, little 4th grade me, brand new on the internet, investigated and discovered that he wanted to be a marine biologist.
Oh my gosh!
Oh my god, that's such a. I don't get the marine biologist meme. Like that's like a thing that like a lot of people. It's like just a thing that people like to like have dreams to do, but I never really understood that. Did you
played a little bit too much Zoo Tycoon? Saw the dolphins and fell in love.
Yeah, like
what? Yeah, I don't know. I guess like I always liked sea creatures as a kid.
Well, it's like every
Or
little
like-
kid wants to be a vet, right? 'Cause
Yeah, I
you
was
get to play with
gonna say.
animals.
I hated
then-
animals. What are you talking about?
Okay, well, you're a
Weird.
minority.
Weird.
So, like,
Sometimes.
if you like animals and you like water, the most logical solution is to put them together and you get marine biologist.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I feel like coral reefs were really cool as a kid. Now they're like bleaching and stuff.
Yeah, they're
but-
running out. You gotta get those on those quick before they go.
I guess it didn't help that I didn't know how to swim, or I still don't know how to swim.
Okay, and then the last one I remember.
wait. Can I ask one more thing on that?
Yeah, go ahead.
What So you think if you were a Pokemon gym leader, would you
Yeah.
would you be a water Pokemon bro?
I want Danny Misty all over. Hell
I,
yeah.
it just seems like it's like the marine. Isn't that like Misty's like I'm gonna be a marine biologist or something, right?
Maybe I can't remember, but
No, she
Yeah, I
wants
could
to
see
beat her
myself.
sisters. That's her goal.
she wants to. Wait, she wants
She
to.
wants
What?
to beat her sisters because they're the leaders of that gym. That's anyway. Sidetrack.
Okay.
Megan
Real
knows the
Pokemon
lore.
lore here.
Yeah.
Yeah, I could see myself being a water trainer.
Okay.
All
Okay.
right,
Wait. And then
anyway.
what's your next dream? What's your next dream?
The last one I remembered was I feel like in high school I had to take some like it wasn't like the ACT, but it was like the little kid ACT, and it gave you there was like one part of the test before you took the test was like a career quiz that was
Oh,
supposed
yeah.
to tell you what you wanted to be when you grew up or just give you choices. And I got back airline pilot. I thought that was pretty all right. Like at least I'd get to fly around. It would probably kind of suck traveling a bunch, but I don't know.
Like, what do you think you had to answer on that like test to get that answer? Like, it's like likes planes, do locations.
I got psychiatrist on that test. I remember I was really into psych, or I think that's how I got into psych because I was like, but who isn't in high school? They're like, what? The brain, human behavior, all new, But yeah, or counselor. I remember, and I was like, maybe I'll help some people with my arts. Like,
You could do art counseling.
yeah, art therapy. Yeah.
What even goes on there? Does it just like look at the art and feel?
Yeah, it helps heal people. I don't know. I didn't study art therapy, but I know it's a up and coming career. So, yeah.
Is that your dream now?
Could be combine my two loves of built-in psychiatrist and art.
Well,
Of all of those, I think airline pilot was the one that stuck with me the most because it felt actually realistic. Like, as I grew older, I realized all these reasons I didn't want to be a fireman, and I realized marine biologist was not really practical. So airline pilot had enough perks, and they made decent salaries. So I would say I debated it for a while before I really found what I wanted to do.
I would say you could still be like a non-commercial pilot and still learn how to fly. That's still an option open to you if
Yeah.
you wanted to do that.
Who knows?
Yeah, could do it, and you just have to buy a plane. Not that hard, right?
I'm not sure if you buy the plane. I think the company might let you fly one of theirs, but
I mean, if you want to fly whenever you want, you probably need a plane, though.
oh, yeah, probably.
So you can rent a car, you can rent a boat. Can you rent a plane?
Of course you can.
Give
Go
me
down
your
to
boat.
plane rental shop.
Yeah.
Well, we heard from everyone besides you, Cargo.
Saving
did
the
you
best
want?
for last.
Hell
Okay,
yeah.
so I was kind of biding my time and I was listening to everyone's ideas and stuff, and you guys have such elaborate reasons for what you wanted to be when you grew up.
Yep, money.
Mine was pretty simple. So
Wait,
when I was like,
can I guess?
go for it.
I bet you wanted to own a truck.
No, no.
It comes
Well,
back.
okay. I mean, somewhat. It's kind of related. So
An ice cream truck.
mine's pretty simple. So when I was like 4 or 5, I had a birthday party. My parents threw me a birthday party with my friends, and I don't know if you guys remember these. They were called Rescue Heroes. They were
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
They were awesome.
like the plastic toys. They're big guys, big buff guys, and they do like firefighting, and they're police officers and rock climbers and all that sort of stuff. So I had a firefighter one that came with the truck. I actually had the truck, and I thought that was the coolest shit when I was like 4 or 5 years old. So,
It all comes back to the truck.
yeah, dude. So I wanted to be a firefighter because of this toy that I had.
And he had like the cool water gun that like shot water.
Yeah. Dude, firefighter or rescue heroes were amazing when I was a kid. I mean, they're still amazing, but so obviously I am not a firefighter. So that segued into when I was about 10 years old. I didn't really have dreams or ambitions, from 4 to 10, but when I was 10, there was a game that was released.
Wait,
called
don't
World
tell
of
me.
Warcraft.
Oh my god, I was gonna say I was thinking it might be like Rescue Heroes Hurricane Havoc.
Oh,
Wait, I had a rescue
my
heroes
idea.
game.
But World of Warcraft was released, and I played that, and I got really interested in code design and how the games were made, and I started like teaching myself code or whatever, and I wanted to become a programmer. So I actually made it. I do what I wanted to do when I was like 10 or whatever.
But are you in the area that you want to be? Like, do you think you probably wanted to do game stuff, right?
Yeah, but I feel like that's what everyone wants to do when they want to become a programmer. It's like, oh, I want to make games, and then you realize that making games is difficult and time consuming and not always.
Oh, okay, hear me out. Hear me out. What do you think? This is kind of derailing a little bit, but like, okay, so like Undertale, dude. I think Undertale is like the coolest game ever made because the guy made he coded the game, did the art, did the music,
made literally everything. Yeah.
Yeah, right. And you're a rather diverse individual. You've got some musical talents, you've got some coding talent, right? Like if you could take some time and try and create your own, I don't know, creation. I think that could be really cool.
And I've definitely tried to do that in the past, but dude, it's so time consuming. And also the motivation to continue on a project that doesn't look or feel like how you imagined it is kind of rough sometimes. So
you think you quickly realize it's like, oh, I had this vision for it, but it's like I can't really fulfill it, right?
Yeah.
That's interesting. I don't know. You
Yeah,
gotta get good art people like Megan to do the art.
Absolutely.
Yeah, you could voice act it too, Kirk.
Sure. Wait. Okay, so ironically, when I was in high school, there was a guy, it was a substitute teacher who met me in the hallway, randomly, and didn't know this guy. And he told me that I should become a radio actor, voice, or whatever they call those people.
Yeah.
A radio host, I guess. Because he said that I had a good voice. And I'm like, that's really weird, but thanks.
I mean, we've all said it. You do have a good voice.
Yeah. So I guess
you have so much potential. You're squandering it on our podcast. You should move up in the world. Find a better one.
Gotta start somewhere.
Oh yeah, you're right. The origin story.
All right, let's continue.
Well, I think we were on this topic for quite a bit. We learned that, as always, I care about money, and everyone else had good dreams as a kid.
Good dreams.
Well, let's move on. So, our next topic is... So, you guys know what a Boggart shooter is from Harry Potter, right?
What? A booger?
A booger.
A booger. We call them boogers.
So they're the entity that turns into the person's deepest fear that faces it. If you guys were confronted by this entity, what would it transform into for you?
Saying this is a little interesting. You knowing about this? What's your qualifications on the Harry Potter universe? Have you read the books?
I watched some of the movies, and I read the wiki right before this. So
oh, the confession.
That helped a lot. I'm pretty sure I watched the movie that this thing was in.
Thing.
I mean, it's not human.
Yeah, it is
the booger.
Yeah,
The booger.
I don't even think it's alive, right?
No,
According to the wiki, it's not really alive.
It's like a creature, though, right?
Yeah, it's off your fear, right? It's like a leech. Well, not really, but
I'm very, very unqualified.
Yeah,
Here,
leech
Chung-sing with your.
a good way to think about it.
Well, I'll pull up the wiki as we're talking about.
Oh my gosh.
All right, so on this front, I think my fear would be getting lost in space somehow, or being entrapped by something that you're just alone by yourself. I don't know how that would work with the Boggart thing. I'm never gonna say it right.
Boggart.
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 So yeah, that's
Boggart.
something I would think. I don't know how that would actually work. Maybe it would just like encase me, but yeah, that's what I was thinking. Anyone else have their ideas? Or maybe
Wait, Danny, what was that one movie we saw with like the guy in space with his dad?
Ad
Oh,
Astra with the
Yeah.
space. Yeah.
Yeah, I was thinking, like, do you ever watch those space movies? Because, like, I feel like all space movies end up with like the person kind of being trapped in space. That seems to be a common plot theme, at least, right? Like,
Yeah,
where it's like,
like The
we're not gonna
Martian.
get back.
Yeah,
do,
sure.
do those like movies bother you? Do you
I
like
actually
think
really
about
like space movies like that. It's just I would never want to be in those situations. It's just like I'm not like scared watching the people do it because they seem to know what they're doing. I wouldn't know what I'm doing. So
that? When we play Among Us and we jettison you out the airlock, do you get a all
I
spooks?
like breathe so hard. I was like, oh. Can't handle it. Yeah, I don't. Yeah, that's probably it. I don't know how it would work with the Bogart thing.
Yeah, we have to think about how it like it
It shows you just like floating off into space by yourself or something. It
Yeah,
just
can it like project like
yeah,
things
maybe.
into your mind?
Why not? It gives
Sure. For the sake of the discussion, let's say it can do that.
or it shows you an image of you.
I feel like it's just a TV basically that shows you your deepest, darkest fear.
Well,
Yeah.
according to the wiki, it has some of the powers that it could transforms into, like the Dementor. It has like a weakened version of the Dementor powers when it transformed for Harry.
I'm incredibly afraid of nuclear missiles.
So it'd be like a very weak
Yeah,
version of
I'm
the
just curious when that blow up. Like,
Is that actually your fear?
no.
Oh.
I
Well,
mean,
what is
I'm
your fear?
actually scared of nuclear missiles, but yeah, that's not what I would
I mean,
answer.
I wouldn't want to probably be around
I mean,
one, but you know.
what is your deepest fear then, Michael? If it's not a nuke.
Does anyone else know? I feel like I need to crowdsource some ideas here.
I got mine.
Oh,
All right,
okay,
Danny.
okay.
All right, it's kind of lame, but it'd be some huge spider that's like, gonna eat me, and it's got me trapped in a web. Easily, my biggest fear.
Does Megan kill the spiders for you, Danny?
I catch them. I don't kill them.
I kill him.
Yeah. But if he doesn't get it on the first try, it's pretty not fun times.
Everyone needs a hero.
You're just scared of all spiders, even the tiny ones in your apartment?
Yeah.
Okay, wait. So that's a
No.
good question. The really tiny ones don't scare me, but like anything that's like as big as a quarter or more,
Or
those things are
penny.
terrifying.
I feel like.
I think I could. Okay, Penny's getting close.
Because there's some spiders that I've seen and just let hang because they're good for. And I don't tell you because I don't want you to be scared. But I just let them slide. Like they're just chilling. They
You
look nice.
bring up a good point. I feel like I'm more scared of like the thick spiders. The little ones with like really thin legs or whatever don't bother me.
Like a daddy long leg.
Yeah, like a daddy long legs.
Yeah.
Well, that's interesting. I feel like we learned a lot about you, Danny, from that.
Don't like thick spiders. Noted.
Spiders. The skinny ones are fine.
Yeah, skinny spiders are not,
If they're
or you
slow,
die.
they're fine. If they're quick, they're dead.
Yeah, I mean, I don't personally like spiders in my apartment. I mean, I'm fine with them outside.
Yeah.
Eventually, they do get, the size does get to a point where it's probably too much. Sure. Like, if it's like bigger than my fist, probably never, ever.
I've never seen a spider bigger than my fist.
You've never
Ever
seen like
in
a
my
live
life.
tarantula or anything?
Tarantula.
Yeah.
Oh, like in a zoo? Okay. I mean, yeah, but I'm saying like out in the like in my apartment or
Oh, sure.
outside.
I feel like low key, there's like you have like a lot of chances to interact with like tarantulas. Like I don't know, I feel like there's like all these times where people are like, "Hey, you want to touch this snake or this tarantula?" And I'm like, "No," but there's a bunch of people that do.
Wait, I've never experienced this before. How often
Really?
do you experience people introducing you to their
I feel
tarantulas
like
and stuff?
I feel like it used to be a thing. Like
Yeah,
you know,
like,
when
I
you're
feel like in school you would have like a day where the people would come in with the animals and then they would let you interact with them.
or something like that, or I don't know. Like maybe I've just been to the zoo more recently than you, or
I don't know.
something.
I've definitely experienced that, Mo.
Yeah.
My class had a
Yeah.
pet hamster.
Were you afraid of it?
Cool.
No, it was stinky.
How did
though.
you? Okay, not good general feelings on the hamster. I see.
Apparently,
Well,
some people could take
negative
it
on it.
home and like take care of it for like the breaks, but I never did.
I see you and the hamster were not close. Did the hamster have a name?
Yeah, what was its name?
I can't remember. It was like in third
Johnson,
grade.
you know its name. Tell us.
I don't actually.
Richie.
Richie? That sounds like a good
Richie.
hamster name.
Whiskers.
Honestly, I
Or
didn't really.
Cyclops.
I didn't really. pay attention to it.
Cyclops.
Cyclops the hamster?
Yeah. It only has 3 legs. Like,
What
I
the
don't know.
heck?
I actually think that's the best hamster name.
I think this is a legit hamster that I'm thinking of.
Cyclops the hamster?
Yeah.
Find him on Instagram.
I'm a fan. I feel like people name their animals two normal things. You gotta get more people just naming their animals random stuff.
Well, Megan or Cargo or Michael, have any of you guys thought of deepest fear for Bogart?
Mine's
so
depressing.
hard.
Well, how can it
Mine's
be
just
so depressing,
depressing.
Carg?
Dude, okay. So my greatest fear, it's psychological. You guys have physical fears. Mine's like psychological.
Oh, you gotta
My
think about
biggest-
how the Boggart's gonna do it.
Yeah, I mean, let's just say that the Boggart can do whatever we want it to. So
Okay.
my
okay.
biggest fear is that I am in a relationship and I am very happy, but the woman I am with is not happy, and I don't have any control over the situation to make her happy.
But this sounds pretty real.
It
Is it gonna
is.
transform into one of your exes?
I don't know. I mean, maybe, or maybe it would transform into someone that I would like, and then just
Ooh.
like eventually we would just
Like
break up
if you had a current partner at the time, like it would be them, and they'd just be
Sure.
unhappy, and
Sure.
you would like feel helpless or something.
Yeah. It's
So,
depressing.
like, that's actually really interesting because, like, Hermione's in the movie transformed into like one of the teachers giving her a failing grade, and that was her greatest fear. So it could be something similar to that.
Oh,
Right.
sure.
Wow,
yeah.
what a good memory of the movies, Johnson. Can you
Yeah.
can you tell me how you accurately recalled that instance? So
We know this from the wiki. We can move on. But regardless, from the wiki, I feel like you can relate that. I don't know who the girl would be. It might just be like a girl from your dreams, and you just find her incredibly happy
It
to
could
look
be a
at.
girl in the past too, maybe. Who knows?
Yeah.
I feel like his life is flashing before his eyes. He sees himself with the girl. He's madly in love with her. He like goes on date after date. Okay, he's having a good time and she's not. And then he just sees the girl get gradually more unhappy. It's kind of like 500 Days of Summer.
Yeah. Yeah.
Good point.
Good point.
That's a good movie.
It is a good movie.
Yeah, wait, I love that movie. Did I show that to you guys? Did you guys watch it on your own? I feel like
We all watched it together, I think.
really.
I watched it in Coach's room.
What? I watched it with Megan.
What?
I thought we watched it in your living room.
This is definitely something I would have pushed for us
Oh,
to all
well.
watch.
My living room, like where?
Like where you live currently.
Oh, really?
I don't think so.
I
You
don't.
don't think so?
We watched Your Name.
Yeah, I remember that.
We watched that in the old apartment with
Well,
all of us.
No, we watched.
I don't know.
Dude, it doesn't matter.
we're just going in circles right now. So,
Yeah, okay, all right. Megan or Michael go.
yeah. Michael.
Hey, Chelsea, have you seen the movie? This
Yes, I
subtle.
have seen the movie. I don't.
Wait,
I don't remember who I watched it with. I might have just watched it
Okay,
alone. So, regardless, Megan or Michael.
I don't know. Like, okay, I don't know.
Ormo.
Oh, so wait. What is Megan going?
No, you can go. You go.
No,
You go last.
Megan, I want you to go now.
Okay. Well, all
Hope you're
right.
ready.
I'm not gonna feel bad about going now. So I'm going.
Just go.
But, all right. So my biggest fear. I don't know. So I don't really like blood. I guess I'm okay if I cut myself and I'm bleeding, but if I see someone else like bleeding out, I think that could be a biggest fear. That, or I don't really want to say this, but like childbirth kind of freaks me out because I don't know. I've never given birth to a child, but I feel like if I were to die in childbirth or my child would die in childbirth, I think there's a lot of blood involved, and I'm not sure how keen I am about that. I think that might be my greatest fear. Because I'm starting a life, but I'm dying, or I'm killing life before it lives. I don't know. That's like sad. But
Yeah, those both sound very
Yeah.
dramatic.
so I think that would be my biggest fear.
I feel really hard to relate to you here as
I mean, no, I
as a
can't
man.
relate either, really. I mean, I might die someday in childbirth. I don't know, but as of right now, like I don't know. I think it's because I don't know what I'd be getting into, kind of thing.
Like no one can probably like tell you what it's gonna be like,
Yeah,
right?
they don't teach you enough about like childbirth, I guess, or even being pregnant, or like what. I guess there's that book, What to Expect While You're Expecting. I don't know if it goes into like how much blood loss you lose and stuff.
It always feels like the more you read, the more terrified you
Yeah.
are.
Mm-hmm. But the human body is really cool. I don't want anyone. I don't know if pregnant people are listening to this, and I don't want to be like setting in bad vibes or anything. But I just remember when I learned about it, I was like, "What? You like bleed a lot? You bleed the whole time?" Like I don't know. I don't want to talk about this with you guys.
Maybe you don't even notice though. You know, like you're probably like
Notice.
like, I don't know, like
humans experiences childbirth, like number one. Yeah. So I think I would notice.
I don't know, like I don't know.
I will say my mom had 6 kids and she didn't like even go under like any like well, I don't even know what I don't know anything about pregnancy or childbirth, but when they give you that shot and then you get
epidural.
Yes, thank you. And you don't feel anything. My mom didn't do it. She was all natural childbirths every time, and she did great and she loves kids. So I mean, she said it was easy peasy. So I just gotta take her word for it.
You've got some good genes there at least.
I got some warrior genes in me. So anyway, Mo, what's your biggest fear?
I don't know. Okay, so if I'm thinking about Harry Potter, I think it's hard to think about what it would like materialize into, right? Because like I don't know, like Megan could have some like bloody dead fetus or something that would be like terrifying to look at, right? I think yeah, that sounds pretty terrible, right? I think mine would probably be I think it could be 2 things. I think it could either be or maybe a combination. It'd be like kind of like me looking at myself with a clock in the background, I think. And I think it would kind of be, you know, thinking about how time has passed and me reflecting on how I spend my time and like wondering if it's really worthwhile, and probably like a general unsatisfaction with what I've done, you know, something like that. Because like I think that my biggest fear is probably like, you know, spending my time in ways that I don't feel very fulfilled with, you know.
Like this podcast is what you're saying.
Oh, actually, you know what? I feel pretty good about my time here, so you're lucky.
Nice. Yeah, I mean, time is definitely something that is hard to deal with. I mean,
time's spooky. You can't stop it. You can't put it on pause.
It's definitely something I think about too. It's like it's definitely one of the fears. Like, am I spending my time optimally? Well, you just kind of have to deal with it. I mean, I feel like at some points you just have to go like, just gotta keep going. You just gotta enjoy yourself on the ride, right?
Yeah, for sure. I mean, like I think the less you think about time, the better quality of life you have.
That's true.
Yeah, kind of.
Well, our fears aren't really great for the Boggart target topic.
Booger.
So, but yeah, a lot of them were psychological and just mentally painful, and I don't even know if they'd materialize well. But regardless, let's move on to a bit of a lighter topic. If you could travel to one place, you could have been there before. If you could travel to some place, where would you like to go? This is especially relevant now since we can't travel anywhere thanks to COVID.
Oh, no, it hurts.
What a painful topic to bring up.
I mean, first, yep, go for it, Danny.
So when I was a kid, I would say like every year from like 1st grade to like 4th grade, my family used to go to Canada with some of our extended family, and we would stay basically in the middle of nowhere on these cabins on a lake, and it was just a great time. We would go fishing and tubing, and I feel like I have some of my best memories there, and like it was just so peaceful, and the water was nice. It was like crystal clear too. I think the other one I was thinking was way back when, freshman year summer of college, we all drove to Las Vegas, and as part of that, we had to drive through the Rocky Mountains in Colorado, and that was like some of the most beautiful scenery I've ever seen. Since then, I've been back to Denver, and that was cool. Like I liked the city, but I do think I would want to go back to the mountains themselves, just because they were so cool. And I don't know. My workplace has offices in Montana, so I'm hoping one day I get to go there after COVID and experience some more mountains.
Yeah, I mean, I've visited the Rocky Mountains before as well. Not with you guys because I did not do that trip to Vegas with you guys. But yeah, the mountains are beautiful. Um, Honestly, like anywhere there's mountains, it's really nice. Like it's better than the flat that we live in currently.
Yeah.
I would say, yeah, just seeing the snow, like as you're like driving up to the mountains, it's like really, really pretty.
Yeah, I got one more.
Go for it.
So also on that Las Vegas drive, we drove through Utah. And you would think Utah would be pretty lame, just flat everywhere. But it was actually really cool. I've never been to the Grand Canyon, but Carco said it looked somewhat like the Grand Canyon. And there were just these crazy deep rock structures that were really cool to look at. I remember one of the people we were driving with wanted to stop and take a picture, which honestly, probably regret not doing that now. But it was cool.
Honestly, when I also drove on that same trip to Utah, not with you guys, but I did not see those cool things. I went to one of the national parks there as well, Arches, which I mean that there was some cool formations there. But yeah, I mean, so you'd like to visit those places again? Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, I like mountains, and I don't know. It's something about like changes in elevation in nature are just really cool.
Well, Danny, we could all do it still if we all wanted to. We could just do a road trip. Start at Michael.
Let's do it.
And take everyone out along the way.
Yeah, I guess it would start at me now.
Yep.
Yeah, before it used to end at you.
True.
I mean, I think that'd be sick if we wanted to do something like that in the future. I mean, I'm kind of in a similar vein. I'd also like to travel to Japan and Korea at some point, but that's probably not going to happen within a couple of years at this point, thanks to the current world situation.
True.
But yeah, and traveling within the United States is probably what we're limited to with, like, national parks. I mean, I really like national parks. I know someone who hates national parks. Michael, where would you like to go?
No. I do. First off, I want to set all records straight. I'm a big fan of national parks, despite whatever I may have previously said in anger. I don't know. It's really hard because it's like, there's a lot of really good places. Like, I think there's like a lot of places in the Alps that are really, really, really freaking pretty. Like it seems like it'd be really fun to go see some fjords. And also I've never done I've never had a tropical vacation. It's not something I've ever done. So I think it would be really nice just kind of like laze about on a beach, live that dream you see on all the media where you go to the beach and you do nothing.
Yeah, I think Hawaii would be really cool.
Yeah, it seemed really when I was in Oregon, it would seem really, really easy to go to Hawaii. Right before COVID hit, I was talking to a friend of mine, and she was like, "Hey, flights to Hawaii are like literally like $200 because everyone's canceling." And like this was before it was a big deal, and I was like, "Dude, this sounds like a good idea. I should just go." And then like literally, it's like 3 days later, it's like airports are shut down, no one can leave, and it's like,
dodged a bullet.
Yeah, dodged a bullet. But if I got stuck in Hawaii, I mean, there'd be worse places to be stuck, right?
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
Definitely true.
Trapped in paradise.
Well, yeah, I mean, tropical place. I've never actually been to some place that's too tropical. I think that'd be very nice. I don't want to go into the rainforest though.
No,
Yeah.
not a rainforest, man.
Do you consider Florida tropical?
somewhat.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, if you go to like Florida Keys or whatever, probably, right? Like, I mean,
I've
you
never
get
been to
down there,
Florida,
right?
so
I haven't been to Florida since I was like 5, so I don't have very good memories.
Dude, I just want to see. You see all the pictures with like the really freaking blue, like clear water. And I just think that's so cool. And I just want to go and I want to either experience it or like be very disappointed and learn it's all Photoshop, It's like I think if there's like a 50-50, it's either actually that cool or like they've been deceiving me.
Would you want to surf?
Oh, you know me, what a Chad. I mean, I would try. I don't think I would find a lot of success. I feel like it wouldn't be very fun to suck at surfing, right?
Yeah, I could see that. Getting
Right,
water in
it's
your lungs is never a good feeling.
You
Yeah,
probably just get run over by waves the entire time.
yeah. I feel like it's like probably really fun if you know what you're doing, but until then, rough time.
Yeah. Well, let's hope we can eventually move or travel someplace like that. Megan or Cargo? One of you guys want to go? Go for it, Megan.
All right. So in Phoenix, Arizona, they have the Painted Rock Mountains, and I know we already were talking about mountains, but it's like the Rainbow Mountains, and they're real beautiful, and it's all just because of erosion and weathering and like the earth coming up at different times, and there's different like oxygen levels. So it's like literally, if you Google it, it's beautiful, and I just want to see it because I don't know if that again is like photoshopped or if it actually, and even if it is, it's still like that's a different shade of red, and that one could be green, and that's like yellow. That could still look really cool. So that's where, and I've never been there, but I would want to see that, I guess. That'd be cool.
I was gonna make a colorblind joke and say, or all the rocks look the same color.
All gold color.
Yeah, probably to you, Cargo.
Yeah.
There'd be some variance, I think.
What's so cool? The rock's just green.
Yeah, it's just another mountain. But then it's a cool mountain too, so you really you're not missing out.
Yeah, I've actually never heard of those things. So, I mean, I think that would be. I mean, I'll look them up later. They're probably going to be pretty cool to look at.
Mhm.
Yeah, I don't really have much to say about that. Cargo.
Yeah.
What would you like
Yeah.
to go,
My
Cargo?
name? Oh, sorry.
Yeah.
I wasn't sure if you said my name or not.
Cargo.
Cargo Bargo. I would probably like to hop on my motorcycle and just drive. I don't know how I would go about that. Like the dream would be to have enough gear on me that I could like camp, like bring a tent or something and bring like a little stove and some food and water and shit. And just like drive around like north, like the north part of the United States. So like Minnesota, Montana, like just go up through there. I think that would be really, really cool. But I don't know how I would ever do that because like the amount of stuff that you would need to bring is probably enough to be very like cumbersome on a motorcycle. So
You probably.
So it sounds hard in a motorcycle, but what if you were in a pickup?
what if I had a pickup and then the bike in the trunk?
In the back, yeah.
Ooh.
Then you got best of both worlds.
Well, you'd have
I don't
to
know,
fill
but,
up your tank every hour.
Yeah,
Yeah.
true. I don't know, because like I've been to the southwest of the United States, so like California and Arizona and stuff. I've been to the southeast, like Florida and the Carolinas and stuff. But I've never been north. I've never been to like the Pacific Northwest, and I've never been to like New York and all that stuff up there. So like I feel like I would want to go north.
I picked the Pacific Northwest over other northern locations.
Yeah.
I feel like, like Maine could be pretty cool. Pacific Northwest could be cool. I don't know about the Dakotas. I think that gets a little questionable.
Yeah, I heard there are a whole lot of nothing.
Yeah. So I don't
Kinda
know.
like
I would just want to explore.
Go to Canada. See Niagara Falls from that side.
True.
If they let you through.
They probably
Don't
would.
we
Not
have
anymore.
been there? It's actually really cool.
No, I've never been there. I've never been to Niagara Falls
Yeah, we talked about it a lot.
on either side.
Never
Canadian side. I mean, I've never been on the American side, but when you're on the Canadian side, you can see that you got it better.
I'm telling you, I went to if you go to Montreal, it feels Montreal feels crazy because it feels like you get used to like all the American cities where like everything's like laid out in these like very like organized block patterns, like all the buildings are very modern. It just feels like if you go to Montreal, it feels like it's just very different than I think any other place. I don't know, just saying, recommend it.
Yeah, I mean, I wish we could have gone to Canada at some point in the past. I've never been. I've only been outside the country like a couple times in my life, and one was when I was a baby, so I don't even remember it. So
Yeah. Same though.
Yep.
Except I've never been outside the country, so
Same.
same, but like not really the same at all.
Yep. Yeah, another time was when I was super young. I mean, it'd be super cool to be able to travel a bit more nowadays. I mean, it's definitely something I've been thinking about like a huge amount.
Sure. I was gonna say, I wonder what it's gonna be like as soon as Corona is over or whatever. Like, I feel like the amount of people traveling is gonna be insane. Like, everyone wants to just go places.
I mean,
Yeah, I can see
Yeah.
that.
is it ever
I'm
gonna be
curious.
is it ever gonna be over though? That's really
Yeah, I mean,
it's
I
something
don't
that we don't have
know.
to discuss right now,
Yeah.
but
Sure.
They
I'm
can
back
do-
next week.
yeah.
We're cured.
Yeah.
And we'll have the answer. We'll know when it ends.
Yeah.
We'll tell you. But you have to
Bold
show back up.
prediction.
Yeah, well,
Cool.
does anyone else have anything they want to bring up for traveling?
Nope.
All right.
I got nothing. I
think-
said my piece.
I think it's probably a good time to end it then. Well, today we learned about some of us had some good dreams as a kid. Some of us
One of us in particular did not.
a lot of our fears are non-physical things that can't really be represented by a Bogart, whatever, however you say it. And
Booger.
we're all just sad because we can't travel thanks to COVID. Thank you guys for joining us. And thanks for everyone listening, especially you, Megan. And good night.
Bye.